Hi, everybody. We're at Transformational Health, and I have Kari-Gail with us today. She's a senior officer with Partner Co. And I just started up with them about 5 weeks ago, and I've been thrilled to be a part of them. Just came back from Dallas. And since we have her all the way from London area, I thought I would do a little quick interview because Karen has been very successful in her business. So, hello.
Hello.
Thanks for agreeing to do this. So I'm just going to ask a bunch of questions, firing away, and just quick answers. Here we go. Can you share your journey in multi-level marketing?
Absolutely.
Like, how'd you get started with Partner Co?
Yeah, well, I got started actually 30 years ago in the industry. It was literally a friend offering me a product. It's probably what some of you are experiencing is Kari-Gail has probably been offering you a product. And that's how I got started. I didn't think I was ever going to look at it as a business, but ultimately I got some great results on the product.
Is that why you stuck with it?
Absolutely. Yeah. And through that, I took the journey into the business. I wasn't thinking that was going to happen, but the results were so spectacular that I wanted to share with people.
So what has been the key to your success in multi-level marketing?
Caring about the person in front of you, whether it's getting the results that they want from a product, or whether it's giving them the flexibility to have freedom and time freedom and opportunity to do the things they want to do. And that's what this industry allows people to do. So that's my greatest joy, is seeing someone go beyond their wildest dreams.
Very cool. Is there a specific mindset or habit that has helped you the most?
Consistency. That's it. And realizing when you're talking to somebody, the timing may not be right for them. Give them the time to think about it and to see that, you know what, it may be a solution. It may be a solution from a health standpoint, but it may be a solution from a financial standpoint. And it has to be on their timing. You know, when you talk to them, they might be busy with a whole lot of other things going on, but over time, if you consistently follow up with them, they'll see you as a solution for what they're trying to achieve.
Oh, that's great. What was your biggest challenge in the beginning, and how did you overcome it?
The biggest challenge for me was not about the products, because they worked pretty quickly for me. The biggest challenge was understanding the industry and understanding that it was a legitimate way to create an income that was significantly greater that I could do in a job. And that understanding came over time, but boy, oh boy, am I glad that people spent time to teach me, to have me understand what this industry is all about.
Yeah, because you were highly successful and making 6 to 7 figures, right? Yeah. What is your why that keeps you motivated even when things get tough?
It's the people.
Yeah.
It's the people, it's the relationships, it's the fact that you know you've made a difference for somebody. Whether they're taking a product and they're sleeping better, they've been able to get rid of medications that they've been attached to for many years, or whether it's financially changing their lives. Probably the greatest moments in my life have been where I've watched people to have an opportunity to do things that probably would have never been in the cards for them. They've been able to look after an ailing spouse, to take time off work, to be there when they're needed the most. Those are times that give me great joy to watch that occur, because I've worked with them along the way to give them a path for that to happen. There's nothing better than that.
That's cool to hear. What strategies do you use to build and maintain a strong downline?
It's just caring about them. You know, when we build in this industry of network marketing, we build relationships, and the relationships go much further than they can in a corporate situation. In a corporate situation, you're like back and forth, you're competing against everybody. In the desk to the left of you, the office to the right of you, you're competing. Here, everyone wins by supporting one another to grow. And so the relationships are far deeper. And the relationships go well beyond business. You actually enjoy being. You know, you don't always actually enjoy being with the people that you're working with.
That's true.
Right? But here, the relationships become so strong that you absolutely can't wait to the next time that you get to be in the same room.
Oh, cool. How do you approach recruiting new partners, and what are some of the most effective methods you've found?
Honesty, just being honest, sharing with people, sharing the possibilities of the product, sharing the possibilities of the business, not preconceiving what's going to be important for the person in front of you, but literally talking to them and asking enough questions to determine how I fit. Is it that they need support as far as their health and their wellness, or do they need support from a financial standpoint? Because sometimes that's the greatest piece that they need. And sometimes it's just about believing in themselves. Right. And so I have a belief for every single person that joins me that I've got a solution for them. I don't know what it is, but I know that if they pass through my doors, they're going to be a better person on the other side. I just don't know which way it is, always in the beginning.
Can you share any advice on how to identify potential leaders within your team?
Absolutely. Leaders will emerge. They don't look the same when they're coming to you, so you can't identify that person's going to be a leader, this person's going to be a leader. But those that are coachable, those that will listen to what you say, they're not sure if is it for me, is it not for me, I don't know how to do it, but let me be coachable. Let me pretend. And that goes for individuals that have been successful in this industry and individuals that have never tried it before. If someone says, coach me, pretend like I'm brand new, pretend like I know nothing, you will take that person greater than they've ever been before. And so you can't see it, you can't determine who it is. They emerge, and then you lock arms with them and you support them where they are. So not where you want to take them, but where do they want to go?
Right, yeah. How do you balance promoting the product and the opportunity to your network?
Well, I take the product and I get great results. I talk about that. But I also know the greatest result I can have for anybody is taking away the stresses that surround income. The stresses that surround not having enough time to be with their family, not having enough time to look after themselves. And if I can show them a way that not only do these products work, but if I can take away some of those situations that you're struggling with, like how do I pay for Christmas? Christmas is coming fairly quickly, right?
Right.
How do I pay for that vacation? January, February when it's cold. If I can show them a solution for little pieces like that, I can show them a solution to get away from what they're currently doing, the job, the thing that they don't enjoy anymore. That's just the magic. That's the piece for me.
What qualities do you look for in people you want to work with?
I want to work with people I can have fun with. That's it. I want to have fun, and I get to choose that, right?
Like Dave, Super Dave?
Yeah, you get to choose who you work with. I chose very carefully who would sponsor me here, so that I knew that was the type of person that very similar to me, and the way we're going to grow. And you got to have fun. A job doesn't give you that choice. Right?
Right.
A job doesn't give us the choice of choosing who we work with. It doesn't give us the job or the opportunity to choose who we're serving. Right? They come into us, right?
Right.
Here we get to choose that. And yeah, I absolutely will spend my time with the people that make me laugh, the people that make me cry, the people that make me have fun every single day.
Oh, that's cool.
It doesn't say that it's easy, right? Nothing's easy.
No.
But it can be fun. It can be something that you wake up in the morning and can't wait to talk to the next person. And that's how I am every morning.
Great. And moving along, how do you build trust within your team?
You gotta be there. You've got to do as much as they're doing and more. You've got to be there. When they've, people don't reach out when things are going right? They reach out when they've got a problem. You've got to be there to help them through that. You've got to help them through the fear, right?
Right.
There's a fear when people are taking on new challenges, new ideas, new ways of learning and doing things. And you got to be there to hold their hand.
Right. How do you help your team members grow and stay motivated in a business model that requires persistence and patience?
Well, the coolest thing is, I can't fire them, right? And so you have to learn how to motivate people in a positive manner. Mm-hmm. And for a lot of people, that's very, very different. They've always been in an environment where they had to do certain things, right, to get the paycheck at the end of the week. That's not the case here. So I have to motivate without the ability to say you're fired, or without the ability to say you're not going to get a day off.
Right.
I have to motivate in a very different manner, and it's really about personal growth, right? And allowing that person to see that they're better than what they even see themselves currently.
Ooh.
So I see it already. I see that potential in everybody that comes on board. I just have to allow them to grow into it and see it for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Wow. What's your approach to conflict resolution or handling challenges within your downline?
Well, the easiest way you can do it is throw it back at them and see if they can figure it out, right? So I can literally figure out every piece along the way, right? But how does that challenge or grow the person in front of me? Right? So often I will throw it right back at them. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to be there to hold their hand through it.
Right.
But if they are able to figure it out with my support, they're going to be able to take that further into their organization. Because, they're asking me questions initially. They're going to get the same questions, right? If I show them how to solve it themselves, they'll be able to show the next person how to solve it themselves.
Right, so you're in turn building another leader.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. How do you keep your team engaged and inspired over the long term, especially after initial excitement fades?
Oh boy. That's a great question.
Give them pins that say, ask me about my skinny drops.
Yeah, it's really about people setting the expectations, right? So whenever we start anything new, there's always that excitement. It's, you're pumped for it, you're excited about it, and then along comes reality, right? It doesn't matter if we're doing a renovation, we're pumped and we're excited about it, and then we get everything tore out, and there's reality, right?
Right.
And we have to stay motivated, and so little pieces, and recognition is an important one.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
funny that you say that. Often people will do more for recognition than they will for a paycheck.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Because corporate America, traditional business doesn't necessarily recognize the efforts.
Right. Exactly.
But here, if we recognize the little wins, it doesn't have to be major wins. It's just a little win. And it could be on a product.
Right.
What's the little win on that product? What's the little win on building your business? You did a post. You talked to somebody. You opened up to somebody. You shared. Really?
Right.
And so recognizing those and recognizing people in the little steps and always being there to support them. And that's one of the things I saw with Kari-Gail, is that there is a culture to support people that happens right from day one. So it's not long term, it's happening right from day one. And when you go through those valleys, there's somebody there to hold you and push you up, because they've been there before you. And that's the beauty of this industry, not just Partner Co, but the beauty of the industry.
You're jumping into my next question. What do you believe sets Partner Co apart from other MLM companies in terms of support, compensation, and growth opportunities?
Well, from a standpoint of compensation, it is probably the most even compensation plan for everybody that I've ever seen in my career. And that's 30 years of looking at compensation plans. There are no sort of tripwires. There's nothing that's going to stop you from having success here. It's you take action and create activity and you're going to get paid on it. And that's very, very different from what I've seen in past. And sometimes people stumble because they didn't have all the pieces in the right place. And that frustrated a lot of people, and I saw them disappearing. This is very different in that volume is just volume. It doesn't matter. We can't determine where it's going to come from or how it's going to come. Is it going to be customers? Is it going to be builders? Is it going to be opening up a new country? We don't know what's going to come. But the fact that volume is volume speaks words. Having just come out of the very first event that I attended, and I literally attended it at the back of the room, brand new to the company, and I really wanted to see that culture that was there. And every time I stopped, I didn't know which direction I was going. Everything's new to me. And the people were so giving of their time and so answering questions for me, helping me, going, this is the way you need to go, Karen. This is the line that you need to stand in. This is the product that you want to try. I've never seen that before. They had no idea who I was or my background of success. They were just there to answer the question, whether it was in the elevator, standing in line, sitting in the room. So Partner Co. has got something that's special, and I think it really comes from the leadership, but it also comes from the ownership. And we've got owners that are passionate about the stories, whether it's about the product results or what this can do from an income standpoint, how it can change people's lives in so many different directions. And that was very evident. And from an individual that one of the owners has never been part of this industry ever before in his life. And to hear it from him in a very short period of time that he's picked that up as he's traveled around the globe and brought this company together, it was very special to hear that from him.
Well, that's cool. What role do training, resources, or mentorship play in your success?
Without a mentor, without somebody that's been there before you, gone and paved the path for you, it would be difficult, right? And that's why I chose Brent to follow his path, because he's had the success and the pieces and some of the pieces that I'm looking to achieve still. Because even though I've had tremendous success over the last 3 decades in the industry, there are still some things that are on my dream board, still some things that I haven't accomplished. And so to have the mentorship, to have that support is invaluable. And hopefully I'm there to give you that same support, Kari.
I feel like I'm getting a lot of support. Can you walk us through a typical day for you, being someone who's pretty high up in the company? What does a day look like for you?
A day, it flies by. That's the best way for me to describe it. I'm up first thing in the morning. I'm feeding myself, right, as far as my own personal development first thing in the morning. I'm looking at what I'm expecting the day to unfold like. I'm setting the stage for myself early. And then I'm moving into, I'm literally talking to people around the world. And it's not that I know people around the world. Someone connects me to people around the world, right? And I never really know where I'm going to be for, from one call to the next. I spend a lot of my day following up on individuals, so I may have talked to them years ago. I may have talked to them just a few days ago, but I'm following up because, again, the timing for people is different, right? We are all excited about it, right? The first time we talk to somebody, they may not be ready yet to use products. They may not be ready yet to look at a different financial outcome of what they're doing every day. So I'm following up. That happens every day. I'm training people. I'm supporting people in their growth. That's happening all the time, all day long. And it's a long day, from first thing in the morning till late at night, but it doesn't feel like it. When you actually enjoy what you're doing, the hours disappear. And you kind of lose track. I often have to say to my husband, is it dinner time already? Like, oh, we're supposed to be eating. Okay. It just doesn't feel like work because there's an appreciation with the people that you are interacting with all day long, whether it's helping them, understand the products, or whether it's helping them understand the compensation plan, or helping them rank advance, whatever it is you're doing during the day, they're appreciative of those efforts. And so when people appreciate your efforts, it doesn't feel like work anymore.
Oh, very cool.
It's fun every single day.
Can you tell us what your top sales strategies for effectively selling the product without coming across as too salesy?
I don't sell. In fact, those people that come into this industry and believe that it's selling, it's a real struggle for them usually, right? It's sharing. All I'm doing is sharing my results, but I may be sharing other people's results, right? Because I may not have the same needs as the next person, right? So it's literally sharing the results, whether it's from a product standpoint or whether it's from a business, financial standpoint, freedom standpoint, the ability to travel, the ability to make choices, lifestyle that people aren't accustomed to. I'm sharing that. That's all I'm doing. I'm not selling. If I'm selling, that's short-lived, right? So somebody may try a product for a short period of time, or they may attempt the business from a short period of time. But if I'm sharing with them, they're more likely to literally be there for the long term. It's very different.
How do you handle objections or skepticism when presenting the opportunity to potential recruits or customers?
I don't take it personally.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't take it personally.
You can't.
It's not a no to me. It's no, I'm not interested in that product, or no, I'm not interested in that business, and that's okay. And often a no is just not at this time.
Right.
Right? So I know that if someone says no at this point, that's somebody that I'm going to still drip on. I'm still going to send them the odd little bit of information every once in a while. And I'm not talking like every day. I'm talking over a period of weeks and months and years. Because the timing may be right, 5 years from now. It may be right 10 years from now. I'm in this for the long term. So it's not about what's happening right now when I'm sitting in front of somebody or talking to them. It's about moving them further along in getting the information they need to actually make a decision on what's in front of them.
Right.
And sometimes the information they need is, I just got fired from my job and now I need to figure out another stream of income. Or I just found out that I need to have X number of dollars to be able to look after my own health. Right? And that's what changes people's minds.
Right.
That extra stream of income would be important. Or, you know what, I'm at wit's end. I cannot, the stress level has taken me through the roof. You did tell me there was something that you could do and help me with stress. At the time you told me, I didn't have any stress. But now it's through the roof. And maybe it's just simply planning for a wedding. It might not be all that bad, right?
Right.
But it's got them stressed that, oh, you know what, those products would make sense for me now.
Right. What do you think makes the Partner Co product stand out in the market, and how do you share with potential clients?
Well, I think it's important that we have products that work, right? So once I know that the products work, I have a belief in them, I'm able to share. As far as products and the research and development with Partner Co, they are committed to bringing products to market that are unique, that they can't just necessarily go somewhere else and purchase. And they're solving problems that are occurring with people around the world, right? And so being able to represent that makes it really easy, right? It makes it very easy for me to be able to share and support people.
How do you see your role evolving in the next few years, both within the company and in your personal life?
Oh, wow. How do I see it evolving? Well, I'll tell you, there's indicators already that some of the things that have been on my dream board for the last 30 years are going to actually occur here. And that is pretty special. So I've always, surprisingly enough, had on my dream board to be able to mentor someone to the point where they can create an income that's greater than myself.
Ooh, yeah.
That's always been there. I've also had a bit of a dream that one of my kids, or maybe we could take all 5 of them, wouldn't that be big, will join me in this business. There is no other way than that I would love to be able to see them create an income in the manner that I do, with the ability to have choices, with the ability to work with people that I love to work with, to enjoy, to know that I'm making a difference, and to know that they could live their lifestyle the same way. That's always been there for me. We'll see if this company does it. I've already seen examples of it, right? And that's got me excited. And I know that that's in the future, so
good.
I can't wait.
So what's your next milestone you're aiming for, and how are you planning to achieve it?
The next milestone that I'm aiming for is not about me. So the next milestone that I would like to see is individuals who make the transition from part-time, because that's really all I have, is individuals that have made a commitment over the last 3 months to join. And I can't wait until we move those individuals to being full-time, just like myself. And that is going to be special over the next few months, the next few years, as I watch people make that transition. Can't wait, Kari-Gail. I cannot wait.
How do you see the MLM industry changing, and what trends or shifts are you preparing for?
Well, I think technology is certainly, we've always been early adapters of technology, just like we've been early adapters of products to market. So technology is definitely in the future. We're working on a variety of different directions there, without a doubt. I see globally, we're already in 50 countries already, but I see globally that we're going to be in that direction. But the opportunity that exists here today is very significant. We're making a difference.
Sorry, we just had someone coming in. How do you balance your personal life and your business life? I know you hinted a little bit about it, how you start your morning. And
I think that there really isn't, it's blurred. There really isn't a personal and a business, because I'm not going to a job, right? I don't have to get up and get dressed and go, and I have to be there certain hours. And I have the flexibility to multitask, right? So I'm multitasking. So I could be talking to somebody about business, and I'm standing in line at the grocery store getting my groceries, right? I have the flexibility to be there, and that's one of the things that has been so important to me over the last 3 decades, is that I've been able to be with my kids when they needed me, not when it was convenient for work to allow me to be there, right?
Yeah.
And to be with people when they needed me. You know, I had the fortune of being able to be with my mom when she got sick. I was able to be with her every single day. I could stop and be there, and that was so important to me. And I've watched others do that have been part of my teams over the last few years, and have that flexibility. So yes, I'm working every day, and yes, I'm juggling it in and around, but I have the ability to be with people in the moments when it's critical, and the flexibility to be with them. And that I will be forever grateful for the person that introduced me to this. You know, coming from corporate, coming from owning my own business, I didn't have that flexibility.
Right,
you know? I was responsible for employees. I was responsible for making sure that they had something to do. I'm not responsible for the people that come in here. They're responsible for themselves. I'm there as their support. I'm there as their cheerleader. I'm there to help them when they've got questions. And it's a very different way of creating an income.
Can you give one piece of advice to someone just starting out in MLM? What would that advice be?
believe in yourself.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. What's the biggest mistake you see in people in MLM, and how can they avoid it? Is that mindset again?
It's mindset. It's understanding that this is by far the best opportunity to equal the playing field for everyone. Right? When we look at a job, or we look at corporate, or we look at a trade, you have to come with skills, right? You have to have a diploma. You have to, fill out a resume. You go into an interview. This is an equal opportunity for every single individual.
Right.
Whether they have an education or whether they don't.
Right.
Whether they've had success or failure in past. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't, yeah.
Right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you're female, whether you're male. It doesn't matter where you are, social, economical. None of that matters. We're all equal when we start here. And we all have an opportunity to have success. And that's huge for me to watch people that have been told. I had a gentleman in my organization who was in a car accident. He had a huge multi-million-dollar company. Was in a car accident one evening, and coming out of that, he was told that the only opportunity for him was to hand out tickets at the movie theater. That would be his future. And to have watched him build a huge organization coming out of that brain injury.
Oh, wow.
Because there were the supports that he needed, right? And that's what this opportunity offers. It's equal. It's there for every single individual if they'll just grab hold of it.
Right.
They'll be coachable. They'll be teachable. They'll be wanting to learn. They'll want to become personally better, right? To work on themselves, to become better, to read or to interact or hang with people that just are going to pour into them and help them every step of the way. They've got just as much chance as the person with the degree in the back,
Right.
with the great ability to do an interview. We don't do any of that. And I love that. I love watching that growth in people.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time and answering my questions. This has been fantastic. We've got a handful of people watching you. So this has been great. I'm going to post this in our private group. And yeah, good luck with the future. I'm right behind you.
Thanks, Kari-Gail. You are right behind me. Absolutely. Thanks for having me.